going on?
All right, everyone. So we got 1VetRider here. We're doing his bike, front tire, rear tire, taking them off. We're making him do all the work. So one of the first videos is not even going to be me working, which is going to be great. So we'll let him do his thing and have some fun.
All right, guys. So we're going to take off the front tire first.
All right, let's start with the front tire, 22 millimeter. Careful when you're pulling it up. Sometimes you'll move the bike around. So usually I find it's easier to push down on it. Or, I'm sorry. Yeah, it's that way you're pushing down to loosen it.
Yeah, it's only bad as my bad hand, that's why.
Oh, that's right.
So going up is probably a lot easier.
You can see right here, nice little bubble you got on the tire from the hit. So that's the main reason why we're replacing it, because that tire is shot. Oh, I guess I'll break out the impacts.
Yeah, right.
Other way. Oh, yeah, those rip out pretty easy too, so you got to be careful. So anyways, we're doing the pinch bolts now. So now that the axle has got that cap nut off, we'll do the pinch bolts, how we can slide the axle out. And that's basically all there is to it, to a front tire. It's pretty straightforward.
Loosen them.
Loosen them? Yep. Yeah, so you have to go back and forth because they're actually pinched. So a lot of times you'll loosen one up and it'll tighten, and the other one will be extra tight. So you got to kind of loosen that one up, then it'll tighten up on the other one. You kind of have to go back and forth once or twice sometimes, depending on how far you pull it. Yep, they're good. Okay, yeah, so they're good there. So next up, oh, actually, I'm getting ahead of myself. Next up, we got, I think it's a 14 mil. Nope, 12 mil. We got to take the calipers off. So there you go. It does not. It impacts the rim if you just try to pull it off, unfortunately. So basically all we're doing now is we're loosening up the calipers. So right here. Yep, yeah, it's 2 bolts. You're basically just taking it off its little pedestals here, popping the caliper off and out, and then you'll be able to take the tire clean off. We might actually have a slight fork leak. It's looking slightly worse than it was before, at least I should say.
All the way off.
All the way off, yep. Yeah, because I don't know if you can do it just loose, but I've always pulled them all the way off and it works better for me. All right, basically now, I'm just pulling these bolts out. Pop the caliper off.
Yeah,
sometimes.
If you have yours in time lapse, they won't hear you talking.
Yeah. Yeah, sometimes you can just kind of slide them back in. These brakes, yeah, they're a little low. Not super crazy. We can get away with it for now.
No, do I need brakes? I will buy one there.
You buy one there? Okay, yeah, we can do them too. That'll make it.
Need brakes?
Honestly, they're not.
How bad are they?
They're low. They're definitely low. Actually, I did say last time, next time you do tires, we'll do it.
I brake hard in the curve and the straights and the turns. So
that's true.
Brakes.
He rides a little more aggressively than I do, so
yes,
for me, that's not too bad still.
That's brakes. I got to see my rears then.
Your rears? Do you even touch your rears?
In town, I touch my rears.
Okay. Oh, your rears are meaty. You'll be all right.
There we go. We're off.
Okay, maybe not that meaty, but they're not bad either. All right, so calipers off. You pull it off. All right, cool. So basically, once you pull the calipers off,
definitely brakes.
now you can pull the tire clean off. We'll show you brakes when we get back. So
take the axle out.
Yep, yeah, we'll pull the axle out.
And that goes towards me, right?
And yep, yeah, it pulls towards you. Sometimes you can kind of slide it straight out. And a lot of times I'll just kind of stick a foot under it just to take the weight off of it. Sometimes you have to kind of tap it out just a little bit too.
I've dug in the back off before.
Yep, yeah, and the back's, honestly, the front's actually probably tougher just because you got to pull the calipers, but yep, we just got the cotter pin, 36 millimeter nut.
That's what she said. We don't take off the rear rotor, do we?
The caliper, no, it slides out.
Yeah,
it's kind of fixed through the axle. Yeah, it's more of a pain to put it back on just because you got the 2 spacers and you're always knocking one out. But
that's what I'm here to do. So
I was saying, usually if you give it a little tap, you can get those the axle blocks here out. Yep. Yeah, you pull that one out and give this one a little tap. Get the other one kind of off the little screw on this side.
That hard, my hand.
Oh, let me grab you.
That's the broken hand still.
Tools. There you go. A little tappy tap. Yep.
There you go.
And then once it's kind of out, you can either pull the axle all the way out and then pull the chain off, or you can kind of push it forward, pull the chain off, and then pull the axle out. This is kind of preference.
Push it forward. I can't take this block out.
Oh no? Okay. So you just pull the axle out and you're good to go.
So the chain should just pop right off?
Yeah, it should be. If it's loose enough, it'll pop right off, and you can just kind of let me get over here. That's kind of tight, so we'll just pull the axle clean out, take the tire off, because then once the tire's off the axle, you can slide the tire forward, pop the chain easily off, and if you stick a foot under it, it keeps it kind of from flopping around. And oh, is your hand okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. And then you're done. That's it for that. Now this one, this is an important piece. So this is your spacer.
Yeah, it goes on this side.
You got to make sure it goes on the right side. This one came out of the left, and you should have one on the right as well. They are different. They shouldn't fit in each other's, like one's bigger than the other, so they can't really, it's obvious when you swap them usually, but.
We don't take that out, do we?
Nope, we don't have to take that off. Well, since we're driving there, we can take the cush drive off, so we don't need to have it in there. But just make sure that when we get it back, we have all those rubber pieces. So,
all these rubber pieces?
Yep, you can pull them out too if you want. Basically, that's your cush drive. Because you're riding on asphalt and everything's metal in the transmission, that gives it a little bit of play. So that way when you let the clutch out or get on the throttle or roll off the throttle.
Are they hard to put back in?
Nope, they just slide right back in.
I'd rather take them out so we don't lose them. Leave all this, they don't need all that stuff there.
Sounds good.
Just put the tire on.
Yeah, those guys, if you ever ride a dirt bike with street tires on the street, you'll feel the difference pretty quick, especially when it doesn't have a cush drive like that.
Right. So that's it for the rear, guys.
That's it.
Stay tuned for us.